to South Carolina. The Tigers get a 20-10 victory over the Gamecocks to start October 1-0. We are live here at Pizza Byron's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Rohan, out of town, couldn't make it in. So we've got a very, very special guest join us. Rondell, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
For
man.
those who do not know.
Yeah, you're right. I'm Rondell Millie, man, got in the same class with Kevin Falk, 95, and graduated in 99, man. Running back, number 7.
And so I'll open it up to you. Obviously, it's great having a running back here sitting next to me when a lot of conversation with this football team is the inability to run the football. And I thought last night was a step in the right direction somewhat, where you saw at least more of a commitment to running the football, but still can't find that rhythm. What have you seen through 6 games in that aspect?
I seen a little different last night. I was loving it when we got underneath the center.
Yep.
And also they had Johnson getting direct snap. That was another little wrinkle they put in there. Needed to be done just to get some different looks to give to the defense. I'm loving what they're doing. As long as you try and give it multiple opportunities, I think we could get better.
Because I thought, against Ole Miss, and we were talking about it a little bit before we went live, was you saw uneven, you had the advantage on the front where you have your 5 offensive linemen, maybe a tight end in the mix. They've got 3 down linemen, and there was no commitment to running the football. I don't know if you heard the numbers, but in the first half of that football game, LSU handed off to running backs 2 times. Jackson got a carry, Johnson got a carry, and that was it in the first half of that game. And then you saw in the first half last night, Caden Durham, 11 carries just by himself in the first half of football. When you see that happen where the running backs aren't getting carries and then it's expected kind of at the end of the game to stay in that rhythm, how difficult is it to get in a rhythm, be able to be effective when you're not really getting the touches or the looks early on?
It's hard. You just sitting on the sideline, just not getting any touch. You just like to get the feel for the game, just like anybody.
Yeah.
Just like a receiver. Just throw me a ball every now and then. I don't have to get 100 touches or whatever. Every now and then, let me touch the ball and see some touches, and I see the hole and see how they're playing us, and I can feel my way through the game that way. But one carry here, one carry there, that's hard to do.
Right. And what I'll ask you, kind of overarching the entire game, when you looked at, going into the game, do you feel more positive, like better coming out of the South Carolina win than you did going into it? Because I feel like there were a lot of question marks for LSU overall after the Ole Miss game going into the bye week. Do you feel like there were some questions answered or feeling any better coming out of last night?
I see some questions answered because we did some different things. That's all we had to do. Don't do the same thing expecting something different. So we did some different things. Did Johnson direct snap, like I said, and getting in the eye, getting the quarterback underneath the center and handing the ball off, doing some different things. So, and we broke a few long runs. I was happy to see that, man. He didn't take it all the way, but next time maybe he will. But we did a great job last night.
Yeah, I thought, obviously there still are questions that linger. I thought there were still some mistakes that were made, whether it's the quarterback position. We were talking about Juwan's fumble earlier in the game. Some of those things were, in my opinion, if that fumble was a touchdown instead, if Nuss doesn't throw that pick in the red zone, those things happen. You're probably feeling 10 times more confident coming out of that football game than you are.
Right. The angle I looked at, I think he got in there, but like I say, the camera angles didn't get the direct angle that they need to see to switch the decision. But he did everything he can do to get in the end zone. Made a mistake. Next time he'll hold on to it. He'll do better. So, like I said, the running game we need to do better to help us out, and I think we'll be okay.
And because I think, obviously, the offensive side of the ball is where the questions lie. When you watch this LSU defense on the football field, like we said, I think like 11 points a game they're giving up. Last night they allow 3 in the second half. I think 27 points is how many they've allowed in the second half all year. And what I really appreciated last night was the aspect of coming out of the Ole Miss game. There was a specific drive where Ole Miss got down the field. A.J. Halsey, the safety, punches the ball out, forces a fumble. The offense gets the ball back. They go 3 and out, 0 yards, a minute and 11 seconds. So the defense is right back onto the football field, not getting a break. And one thing I appreciated about last night was I thought the offense was able to sustain some drives. And that comes with a commitment to the run game. What did you see kind of in that aspect of the defense? Did it look like they were maybe a little bit more fresh because they were able to actually get off the field and breathe?
Definitely, they look much better. Any team is going to do much better if you just offense is going 3 and out every series you go out there. You give them time to look at different things they need to correct on the sideline. And actually, them big boys need a rest every now and then.
Right.
And you seen it. You seen the balls flying around. And the weeks boys, they doing their thing. And I'm always going to be behind that number 7 because that was my guy. It's my number. So they're doing a great job out there. And then number 4 holding it down on that corner, loving what he's doing. And our safety's looking impressive out there also.
Have you ever seen somebody throw up on the football field as much as what we?
Man, hey, you'll be surprised, but we had a few of them guys that done every game.
Any given Sunday with
yeah,
this man.
right, yeah.
Willie Beeman.
And that was the first time I seen him when the other day. I was like, ooh. And then he tried to cover it up. Just let it go, bro. Just let it go, bro.
Yeah, he's getting better at it.
Yeah.
Last night he just was get it out.
So you're telling me he's doing this every week now?
Yes.
This is 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row?
And they said that it's, 2 cups of coffee before the game.
You got to switch it up then. Whatever he's doing, you got to switch it up.
He's playing good.
Yeah.
Right?
Just throw it up.
Yeah.
Did you have anything like that, like a pregame, like have to, like he said two cups of coffee. He's crushing before every game.
No, I ain't had no special thing. Just get me out there, man. Give me something to eat and let's go play.
I don't know if I want.
Yeah.
I don't know what cost.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm throwing up,
Right.
and he knows now it's a thing.
Yeah.
But whenever you played, you had a ton of talented guys in that backfield with you. Kevin Falk, Cecil Collins for a bit, and like that was a 3-headed monster that y'all had. With LSU, it feels like they're close to that. Or at least what they've brought in. When you have Caden Durham, you see the 5-star Harlan Berry, and then you have Caleb Jackson in the backfield. And we were talking about it a little bit before the show. It's like, what does it take to get him going? Because if it seems like they'd have turned to him by now, and instead it's a former quarterback in high school that played defensive back at LSU for a year, then played back to quarterback at LSU, and now is a running back. And it seems like they're doing everything but finding a role for Caleb Jackson. And the reason I bring this up because it feels like Caden Durham is playing a role he wasn't brought here to do. He wasn't brought here to be a bell cow. He was somebody that changed the pace up a little bit. Right.
We got kind of put in the predicament that we in. But the hard thing about it that the first few games we ain't opening up any holes, so we can't see what anybody can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we finally getting holes. The offensive line doing a better job, and now guys can rotate and get their time and start putting some work in. I think if it keep going this way, I think Caleb gonna get some touches. Hopefully, he get some touches. And these other guys, keep improving and doing what they got to do.
And overall, when you look at this offense, that's the majority of the discussion around LSU right now. What do you see is the biggest issue and the reason they can't really get it going? Because it feels like we were talking about before, they have all the weapons in the world. You would think this offense would be much more successful than they are. I mean, that's 20 points once again in a football game. What do you think is the main issue that's holding back this offense right now?
I don't know, man. I wish I was at one of the practices during the week or whatever, because back in the day what we did a lot was 9-on-7. We gonna bang, we gonna get that physicality,
right.
And do this every week. So that's what we was known for. I don't know if they doing that. I think they doing a lot of pass scale and getting ready for the passing blocking all the time, but I don't think they concentrating on that run blocking tough just to try to avoid injuries. I'm thinking,
right.
Not to be the physical practice every day that like we used to have back in the day.
Because as much as I thought the offense made some steps in the right direction, some strides, whether it's in the run game or even Nussmeier being able to open it up a little bit, I still thought the offensive line left a lot to be desired. They still aren't crisp and clean and really physical. Like there are a lot of times I think on that last drive when LSU settles for the field goal, they go into that power I set with a fullback and an H-back, and the whole entire South Carolina defense was in the backfield.
Yeah, it looked like they never did that play before ever. Like they didn't know what they was doing. I was like, whoa, how this man gets run through everybody with a power eye like that. I was like, that never happened to us before. But I think if you keep working on it and keep doing some different things, long as we're doing something different and not doing that old stuff and it's not working.
Right.
Just try something different for me. And like I said, we just improve every week and we keep doing this each week, and I think we'll get where we need to be at.
In your experience with the offensive line, especially a group like this where before the season they hadn't played together. This is a group that was kind of matched up this season, just trying to get used to each other. That development and that growth can happen throughout the season, right, where those guys can get some continuity, get comfortable, and find a way to be successful.
What I'm learning now, man, a lot of schools doing this, man. You have this rotation of offensive linemen, and it's crazy. I never knew that they rotate offensive linemen like they do.
Right.
This week, it's just crazy, man. Next week, you got a whole different array of offensive linemen every week. It's crazy. He's going to play guard. He's going to play tackle. He's going to play center. It's amazing. But hopefully, they get it right. But I hope them grades get up. What's the name? What's the thing they go by? It kills me with that. We have a 60 grade average.
Nobody passed
Nobody.
the class.
It's crazy. Man, we need to get in the 70 range, the 80 range, man. I know we can do better, and I think they will. Coach going to work on getting where they need to be. But I just think, my opinion, just being more physical at practice and have the mindset that we're going to be the toughest SOBs out there,
Right.
and push them off the ball. I think we can do it.
Yeah.
Wait, in your opinion, obviously you played in a different era of football, right? Like it was out formation under center.
Oh, yeah.
And now you see, I mean, you saw both teams go under center, both fumble the first time they did it. And it seems like that's just such a forgotten thing now.
Yeah.
And when you're playing running back and you see everything in the shotgun the way that it is, how does that change your mentality versus being able to go downhill? Because I think that's part of the Caleb Jackson conversation also.
Yeah, it's so weird now, but like I said, everybody's used to it now because you're doing it in high school. You're doing the 7-on-7 thing. Nobody's getting on the center and doing the power eye anymore. Everybody. So it's not a new thing. Everybody know it now.
Yeah.
You just got to adjust to it and do your thing. Now, if I would have did it, because we did it power eye all the time, you put us in the shotgun all the time,
Right.
It'd be way different for us. We had to adjust too. But you wouldn't doing that. We had Big Alan Fanakin, and we're going to run behind him. Let's find Alan. We going behind him. And that's
Right.
the way we did things. So that was the great thing about running that power eye like we did it.
And watching the quarterback play up to this point in the season, what's been your biggest takeaway? Because it has been very up and down, Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah.
Where it hasn't been super consistent.
Yeah.
Obviously, the questions with his health. I thought it looked a little bit better last night from that standpoint. Obviously, still some stupid mistakes that were made.
Yeah.
What's been your take on the quarterback play?
What I look at Nuss, man, got a lot of talent. But if you keep making the same mistake over and over, bro, that's just who he is. We just got to deal
Right.
with it, bro. And hopefully don't make him all the time. Got the arm, he got everything. It's just when he just 1 or 2 a game, he gonna be like, Nuss, why you did that, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just shake those off and he gonna be okay. But he did a better job, like you say, hurting, but he ran that ball.
Right.
That's all we did. If it's not there, Nuss, just run it and get down. And as long as he keep doing that, he gonna give us a chance to win. And just hold it down on them turnovers, we'll be all right.
Yeah, because I think that, like I said earlier, that was the biggest knock on the football game because I thought the offense put drives together. They got down the football field. They were able to hold on to the ball and do essentially the hard part of getting down the field. Mm-hmm. They had 2 turnovers in the red zone. Nussmeier had that other interception. They had the times where they settled for 3 when you thought that they were going to be able to get the opportunity to score. They didn't take full advantage. Does that instill more confidence in you moving forward, or maybe not as much because they still are shooting themselves in the foot?
I got more confidence in just seeing that if we would have scored on those drives, it would have been a whole different ball game.
Right.
I was so impressed that we moved the ball around, ran the ball, threw it. Nuss ran it, got down, did what we wanted, always wanted him to do. And I'm positive on it. I'm not negative on it. Like I said, things happen. We're going to get it straight. Like I said, it's a win.
Yes.
In the win column,
Yes.
we good.
Because I think that's kind of where the fan base is right now, where it's this battle
It was so
between
negative
like
yesterday.
sitting on the fence of when you put the drives together and you make the mistakes. To me, that obviously can instill some confidence because you're doing the hard part, and those things are fixable. But I think the negativity comes from a lack of confidence in the ability to fix it.
Right. And we want to, because like everybody want a quick fix and want our team to run the score up and score 50, 60 points. But this is where we are right now. You know, you just got to deal with it and get better each week as much as we can.
Yeah.
You can't all of a sudden get the Spurry offense with us and then running the score up on people. This is what we have. And like I said, try to get us better each week and the running game better and better each week. I think we're going to be all right, man. And shooting negative ain't going to help us, man.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere with that.
And when you look at the offense, the word identity has been thrown around a lot. What is the identity of this offense? You know, the identities with, the Burrow offense was they were going to spread it out. They were going to run RPO, and they were going to be dominant in that fashion. The identity of the offense with Jaden Daniels was Jaden Daniels and his ability. The identity back with Miles was what you're going to turn around. You're going to have the identity when you're there. You're going to turn around, hand the football off. You're going to be physical.
Right.
When you look at this team, what is the identity of this offense? Or are they still searching for it?
They're still searching, man. It's all over the place. The first few games, man, we was throwing so many bubble screens. I thought that's all we did. Like, dude, we got to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage now. This is enough now. This is crazy. And it's not like we don't have the talent at wide receiver. We got guys that can make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, stretch the field. And Nuss, if it's not there, we got to throw it down. You can't force it, bro. And that's the main thing Nuss got to understand. dropping 8. If we're not running the ball, they dropping 8, bro.
Yeah.
You got to find a check down and get it and move on to the next play. If he could continue to do that, take what the defense give, what they say all the time,
Right.
we're going to be all right. But if he keep forcing it, we're going to be in the same boat, man.
Yeah, because I feel like on the flip side, the defense knows exactly who they are.
Yeah.
When you're talking about identity, the defense knew their identity going into Clemson, and it's been the same since, where they're going to be fast, aggressive. They're going to get after the quarterback, and they're going to fly around 11 hats to the ball. Are you seeing that same identity defense?
Loving the defense, man. I'm loving what he's doing. Coach doing a hell of a job and got these guys. The only thing I'm missing, I like that number 7. I make them splash plays. You know, you should see that.
Right.
Man, you should see the 7 flying around and make them plays and take over games. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on him because I know he can do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to see. We got all that talent. You got help.
Yeah.
Go around and guess it. Make something happen. You might guess wrong, but I won't see you guess. And make something happen. Like, Weeks do it all the time. I love him out there. He be flying. And number 4, Weeks.
Right.
And other one's good too. But he guesses all the time, and he guesses a lot right. And that's what I need number 7 to do. Make something happen and take over a game, and we're going to go from there, man.
Yeah, he made some splash plays last night, but I understand what you're saying, where it's like maybe
Yes.
you have the ability to change the football
Right.
game.
Man.
And you saw Sellers put on that Superman cape a couple of times,
Right.
the quarterback for South Carolina, where you couldn't get him to the ground.
Right.
And so from at least that perspective, LSU has given up on defense. As much as it's not so much the splash plays maybe coming from 7 or your front 4, the back end has been unbelievable. They get another interception last night. They've given up one explosive play. It feels like one rush of over 50 yards, and that happened last night. Like the defense of and that's what I guess I'm kind of getting to is when you have a defense like that, how important is it to be able to run the football?
Oh, it's so important. Like I say, so much rest you can do. Extend them drives, man. Getting them short yardage. The second and long, don't do that. You can run first, at least get 3 or 4 yards. We can work from there. You know. And I think, and this is my opinion, the offensive coordinator just got to be more creative, man. It's just everybody pretty much knowing what you're doing out there, bro.
Right.
Just, schematically get somebody open. You might can't throw them, just make a play and cross a tight end across the field and make something wide open. We never get none wide open. Everybody's always contested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that.
Right.
We got to do better with that. And I think if we do that, I think we're going to be okay. The only thing I have something on defense is the defensive ends. I'm not seeing the pressure on the ends like I thought I would. You know what I'm saying? The pressure off the ends, the most of the time we get the pressure is blitzing. And
They got burned a couple times last night too.
Yeah. I just need some more pressure off the ends. I think if we do that, the defense even be more better. But they're doing a great job now.
Yeah.
I'm just nitpicking right now. I'm
Of
sorry.
course.
That's what I'm doing right now. So.
And I think kind of like what you were saying with where the offense is at right now, you're leaning a lot on that defense to step up and consistently make those plays. And what I wanted to ask you was in the dynamics of a locker room and on the team, can that ever cause like almost issues between the group of like the defense is going out there giving their all?
How many times do I got to hold the water?
Right. How many times do I have to do this,
It's all in the leadership, man. If you got strong leadership in there, man, they got a lot of older guys in there.
Yeah.
And because right now, if they didn't, with us doing this foolishness every week, bro, it would have cracked by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think them guys in there rallying behind us and say we got you, bro, and we're gonna push as far as we can. They doing their thing. Everything is not perfect. They made their decision to come here to make this effort to go to the national championship and do what they need to do, and I think they're still pushing forward to that.
You mentioned us, obviously, a little bit. He is who he is at this point, and that's where I've come to terms with it.
Oh, yeah.
Whether he's hurt,
Is it?
injured,
Don't matter.
gunslinger, don't matter.
No.
I think he's averaging almost 2 interceptions in SEC plays since
Is
he's
it?
been the starter, like 2 interceptions a game. But you played with somebody, Herb Tyler?
Yeah.
And he was I think one of the original dual threat quarterbacks at
Oh, yeah.
LSU. How much would that help him? You saw Nuss take off twice last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
How much would that help help you in the run game, and then also just help LSU be able to get some of those cheap yards that you saw Sellers pick up time and time again? I'm not saying to be Lenore Sellers,
Right.
but when it's green grass in front of you, brother, take it.
Yeah, I don't know. The offense is it a read when they're giving it to him, or
Right.
if it's a go, like you take it or you don't. But they know he's not taking it,
Right.
So they're not even thinking. They crash it every time. So you got another tackler coming every time. So if he just keeps it every now and then, you know how much he'll get 15, 10 yards
Right.
just on that and just get down. You don't have to take a blow. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing he has to do. But like I say, looked like they was changing a few wrinkles in the offensive philosophy, and hopefully they keep on doing it.
Have you ever seen somebody so lost in the open field?
When he's
He
running?
was looking for
For
Al-Qaeda behind him.
one, when you looking back, you slowing down right there. When you start doing that, you know you about to go down. Just slide, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He got your 10.
Yeah. He was looking good at first, and then when you see somebody start limping. How you start limping when you see somebody? You was running smooth when nobody was there. But
Dance like nobody's watching.
yeah, it's crazy. But it was great from us. I was so surprised, but so happy that
Right.
he did that, man.
He panicked.
Oh man, yes.
Too much green grass sniper got him.
Yeah, it was too much, man.
And then another piece that really stood out to me was South Carolina had 13 penalties for 65 yards, and a lot of those, from what I remember, were false starts. And that's a credit to Death Valley, right? That's a credit to that
No
fan
doubt.
base, getting that place rocking,
Yeah.
getting the offensive line guessing.
Yes, that's a great place to play in, man. Not with the opposing team, but us all day.
Right.
Giving us the advantage, all that noise that they make and all that. And like I say, it was they was out of sorts with the when to snap the ball and when not to.
Right.
It was weird how the quarterback and the center was communicating.
Not on the same page.
No, at all. I don't even. Most of it wasn't even part of the noise they was making. They just was off.
Right.
They went on the same page for whatever reason. But like you say, you in Death Valley, bro. Anything can happen, and obviously it messed with them.
And that's where I'll ask, because I felt like South Carolina, what I saw last night, is a pretty inconsistent team themselves.
Right.
And LSU gave them multiple opportunities, really, in my opinion, to win that game. They put South Carolina in position to find success, and they didn't. And so is that kind of an area where they can still raise some concern that at home against a team that was as inconsistent as they are, you still only won 20-10 and didn't look maybe as crisp as you should have?
The way this year been going, man, you got to take anything for a positive. Bro.
Right.
This is just
To
ridiculous.
win. Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is ridiculous, man. We got to do anything to get this ball rolling. Like I said, we got the good running game going. We got nuts to run. But he's still throwing interceptions. You got to stop this, dude.
Right.
Something got to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got arm, you got all the talent in the world. You just got to stop them bonehead throws, bro. Stop it. You don't need to force it. You know what I'm saying? If it's not there, dump it down to the back.
Right.
Or run it and get down. But
Because you saw when they had one one-on-one with Kyle Parker, and it's a 10-yard throw, and it goes 64.
Yeah,
Like,
slant
get
route.
to your
that's
guys.
it, bro.
Right.
That's it, bro. It's gonna be that. Just, woof.
What do you have you ever seen a 6'7" tight end?
No, man.
How good was he last night? Trades Green, number 14.
That dude gave me nightmares. Like I went to Destrehan, bro, and he's Zachary, and they played us in the playoff.
Uh-huh.
And all they did was threw the ball up to this dude.
Yeah.
He killed us all. So I didn't seen this before. Like just line this dude up
Wasn't
out there.
surprised at all.
Yeah, at all. This dude is talented, man, and any guy that tall is this hard matchup. All you gotta do is get it up.
Right.
And it's
And
gonna happen.
6'7" people
That's
run
it.
around out there.
Get it up, bro, and that dude gonna make the play.
Well, and I thought the most impressive part that they finally utilized him more than just a jump ball guy. Like
Right.
you saw
Yeah.
him running a real route tree.
He
and
can
he's
do it.
capable of
The
it.
dude is so talented, man. Just let him go, man. He definitely had the talent to do whatever they want him to do, and it just time will tell how far he's gonna go, bro.
Yeah, and I think that's something that you're going to see a concerted effort continually. Like when we were watching during fall camp, I mean, you saw consistently number 14 was a mismatch for anyone guarding him.
Anybody.
And through the first, handful of games, obviously he had the injury, but through the games he played, it didn't feel like they were utilizing him anything outside of just jump up and catch it
Right.
up in the air. And you saw last night some crossers, some drag routes, whether it's a swing route, all those things, a little flare. Like you saw him used and utilized. And when you have a tight end that's that talented in the receiving game and can be used as a weapon like that, how much does it really open up your offense?
Oh man, it opens up big time, man. Like I said, I thought that with the other receivers gonna open up, but we just ain't got on the same page yet. But it seems
Right.
like he's on the page with him. So stay with it.
If it's
keep
working,
doing it, keep
right.
working. Don't fix it. And I think just keep evolving, doing different things with him, and I think it's gonna be a plus for the offense, man.
Yeah. And because I thought it was really good seeing that, and on top of that, I want to just ask your opinion just on Lenore Sellers. Watching him last night, the quarterback for South Carolina, and how impressive. Because there were some people upset with the missed tackles, and I thought that was more of a credit to
Right.
Lenoris than it was a knock against LSU.
Right, because you can all year long we haven't missed that many tackles on
Right.
anybody. This dude was like just sticking on my nobody can, and like I said, I was looking for my Perk dog to come in there.
Right.
And he was missing him. I was like, oh Lord, if Perk can't get him, I don't think anybody else gonna be able to get him. And he was doing what we looked for. our quarterback to do. If it's not there, just take that cut and get down. But he wouldn't get down. He gonna make everybody miss when he's going through that. But he got a lot of talent, man. It just whatever it is. I don't know if they're offense or whatever with the team. They just need to get it together because the guy got a lot of talent.
And you're looking forward this week. You've got a game next Saturday on the road in Nashville in the morning against a Vanderbilt team that is not the Vanderbilt of old.
No.
Where they found some rhythm. They've got their identity. They got their quarterback. It's going to be a big-time matchup on Saturday.
Definitely. And they going to be doing a 907 like we do back in the day. They're going to ground and pound and see what you made of in the trenches.
Right.
And that's where we got to man up. And like I say, I don't know if Coach is going to change the way we practicing on offense or whatever, but I think our defense is going to be ready.
Yeah.
But you can't be ready for a whole game just staying on the field with 3 and outs. We're not going to be able to hold up.
Right.
Offense got to do their part. And as long as the offense stay on the field, extending drives, making touchdowns instead of field goals, whatever it is, I think we're going to be all right. But if we stay on that field long extended part of the time, the defense is going to wear down, man. I don't think they're going to be able to hold up. Vanderbilt is not the old Vanderbilt.
Right.
It's going to be different out there, bro. It's going to be different.
Definitely. And I think this is such an important month of football for LSU. Obviously, getting October started off right with a win. But in October, you've got South Carolina at home. You get a win. You're on the road to Vandy. Then you've got A&M coming in, who's also a top 10 team. So it's a brutal stretch.
Yes.
And it puts you in the position, if you want your playoff lives to stay alive, you've only got 1 loss left on your schedule.
Yes.
And in November, you've got 2 road games against Alabama and Oklahoma.
Right.
2 teams that looked extremely good.
Yes.
How important are these next 2 games in October before the second bye week?
I wanted that stretch to start at Ole Miss, but we didn't do it. We made a mistake. We didn't do it. So you got to move on, and you can't hop on that. So we just keep getting better like we did this week. Got better than the running game. Now next week, nuts. Throw. Hey, I'm going to give you one. Throw 1 interception. Don't throw 2, you know what I'm saying? We all right. And I think the defense keep doing what they're doing, bro. Extend it. And all we have to do is get better with our running game because that's going to change everything.
Right.
If we block, and like I said, the coach got to call a run. It ain't going to happen if he don't call a run.
Yeah.
Just be 50-50. If run that area, you got to give throwing just as much as run. If we do that, we're going to be all right.
Do you feel like that's been the biggest missing piece up to this point is the lack of a run game?
Yes, I ain't never seen an LSU team that can't run the ball at all. This
Right.
got to be the first time in history I ever seen this shit. Like, come on, man. Dude, you can't run the ball at all?
Right.
Against any defense. No, this is the worst part about it. Against any defense.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be a top-ranked defense. The worst defense in the SEC can't run the ball. What? Louisiana Tech can't run. What are we doing here?
Right.
And like I said, I don't like to blame and put it on, but somebody got to get this charge
Somebody's
for what's
fault.
going on. Offensive, what the hell are we getting the wrong 4 5-star recruits? What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Something got to change. And for them not to be able to run it all, this shit baffles me. I was like, God damn, I don't care who you got back there. They can't, there's no hole.
Right.
No creativity or nothing. We just running straight zone. What is this bullshit, man? Everybody else cutting and pulling everybody, and we just staying up there to say, you got him, I got him.
Right.
What kind of shit is this? I'm sorry, excuse my French.
No, you're good. But be free.
You could see some frustration as a former
Yeah,
running back where it's like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah,
I can only imagine watching the game with you. We're like,
Bruh,
this shit again.
Man, this is horrible. Watching that foolishness, and you can't even get to the line of scrimmage. At least give them an opportunity to do something. You can't in it back. I don't care how good you are. You gotta see something to make something happen. You know, so
because I think as much as Nussmeier's injury and him not being able to make some of the throws played a huge factor, his decision-making still is something that needs to be worked on. If you're able to run the football, it alleviates a lot of those issues.
Right.
And so the lack of a run game through until this game where they get 166 rush yards last night, which
They had
is
some explosive plays.
which was great. And to me, that was one of the biggest reasons why you were able to grind out a win. It would have been nice to finish some of those drives,
No doubt.
But that addition of the run game really took them to the next level.
yeah, because when you're playing and you don't have to bring your safety down, you can play straight coverage all day.
Right.
I don't have to, put nobody extra in the box. We're gonna stop y'all with our front 5, 6, whatever it is, and drop the rest. And then you got Nuts. He gonna try to fit everything in there, dude. He got 8 in coverage. You can't throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to throw it short or whatever. So. Offense running the ball gonna open up everything. 'Cause like I say, you have to put the extra person in the box, and then we can create something after that.
And one of the position groups on defense that's been super impressive to me are those safeties. Number 0, Cooley, and 13, Halsey.
Man,
They've
them boys
been excellent.
nice, man.
Yeah.
All of them boys nice, man. It's amazing
It's a
to
welcome
have
sight.
a guy just so smart and
Right.
cerebral, know what's going on out there, and to that played when he punched that ball, bro. That was amazing. Like
Right.
Anybody else just gonna make the tackle, but he was like, man, I can make something happen here. And for him to punch that ball like that, dude, that's amazing, bro. You ain't gonna see that from the average cat out there making no plays like that. And for them to do that and the pressure we putting on with the D-line is amazing.
And when you're watching college football as a whole, especially this past weekend and maybe even the last 2 weekends, where it feels like it's all right there for the taking. Like teams are dropping games.
Every week.
Nobody looks like they all have it together yet. It's right there for LSU, right?
It's crazy, man, and that's what the NIL done. It made the playing field even. Alabama, y'all can't get everybody no more, man. Everybody else can pay too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's out there, and kids they just looking for the biggest bank. And you gonna give me? I'm gonna take it here. So all the talent is not going in a certain place. So it's a good thing. Everybody have opportunity to win it, and just who gonna come out and play the best that week. And that's what's happening right now.
And I've been very impressed with some of the play by some of these mid-level SEC school, like the SEC teams that aren't that upper echelon kind of group, like a Vanderbilt that you have coming up, where they're not a team in preseason that you're going to say, watch out for Vanderbilt coming in.
Right.
They
It
still
used to be a bye week.
right.
Yes, yes,
Be an FCS opponent.
Yeah.
yes.
And now on Saturday, like this is a big time football game.
Right. Oh yeah. You gotta buckle them up. Them boys
Right.
tough, man. The way they had Maul, Alabama, I was like, man, if we ready for this? They are coming.
Yeah.
And like I
They
say,
come out the gate hot. LSU
Yes.
starts slow.
Yeah.
yes. And they, like I said, they come and smash them out. They ain't doing no surprises. You know what they're doing. You just gotta, buckle up and stop them. They got some great coaches that obviously they do what they're doing and compete on the level that they are. So hopefully we can, buckle up and be on the same page as them. Because if not, they're going to run through us and they're going to embarrass us. So hopefully we ready for the challenge, and our offense don't wear our defense out for going 3 and out. We got to go more than 3 out. We got to extend them drives.
100%. And that was, to me, going into that game, one of the most important parts. And coming out of the game, I also thought it was it was huge, the way that they were able to extend those drives. But when you look at these, the issues that LSU has offensively right now, it's all fixable, right? When you look at it, these are all things you can get right.
Yes. And it showed that we got a little better this week. Like I said, I would love for them to get more underneath the center, hand the ball off and doing it that way. And I don't know what they doing in the film room studying and game playing against other schools. Y'all got a game plan better, because what y'all doing is not doing the right thing. So we got to do a little better, scheme it up, and get some better players in there. And the guy just got to man up, man. I got this man in front of me, and you got to outman him, push him, move him, do what you got to do. And once we get to that level, we can do it.
Because it very rarely feels like a run play or an explosive run play happens without being touched in the backfield. It's a broken tackle.
You got to get to the line of scrimmage, man.
Yeah, they
Come on.
They can't.
No.
The only one that had an open lane, I would say, was when you put Juwan Johnson at Wildcat. Like, that was actually open.
Right.
Yeah.
But for LSU, it's Caden Durham, like, break to tackle in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
It's just tough yards.
It's
not
tough, bro.
easy for them.
At all, man. I don't even see him doing counters or anything, man, because that was our big thing, man.
Right.
That counter, I used to love that, man. And like I say, when we pull him, we're a big fan of, because that was love to see his
Truck and trailer.
big tail in front of me. All right, let's go, bro. Let's make it happen.
And that's fun for the linemen as well. To
Yes.
get out and to be
loving
an
it.
athlete, right?
They love to run block,
Oh,
right?
they love that, man. Just man up and just go. Smash them out. Go at it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you could just take the wheel out of another person when you just bash and bash, and they had enough. And like I say, once you extend them drives, them D linemen get tired. They can't swim. They can't get around you like they used to, because they're tired. And that's what we need. A little bit more from the offensive line, and I think we'll be all right, man.
Yeah.
I've heard linebackers talk about this. It was a former linebacker, Will Compton, that played at Nebraska, and he was saying that if we give up 3 first downs in a drive, it's over. Like, that's where it feels like it becomes like bend but don't break. We're about to break. If y'all get one more, it feels like we're going to give up points. And LSU, the way you do that in my mind is run the football.
Run it.
And that's where there needs to be a real conversation about what you're trying to do offensively.
Right.
I know they ran for 160, but that was with Nuss running the football, and no design. I don't need them to be designed, but
Right.
Of course
I'm
not.
just looking for a stylistic change in
Right.
what your approach is to running the football.
And then, like I said, it was time to compensate that, destroying them quick passes on the side. That's not going to.
It's an extension.
That's not going to work, man. You're still not getting those guys aggressive enough to man up to block when you need them to get that first down, second, 2 yards or 3 yards. You're not going to give them the push. All they do is quick set and blocking. That's easy to do. Man, get on your hand and go down there and push that man out the way. That's what we need this offensive line to start doing.
Do you think it would be as easy as starting to call more, instead of a zone run scheme, more of a just look at the man in front of you, like let's man block?
Oh, I'm so tired of this goddamn zone, bro. That shit is that zone shit. You can throw that shit out the window. That shit don't even work at all.
Because they're not
that
touching anybody.
No,
right.
That shit is horrible, bro. That's why them boys got 50-40% grade on run blocking, because of that dumbass zone, whatever the hell they doing. Cut that shit out. Whatever that is, get rid of it.
We'll just make it simple for them, where it's like, guess what? Like, even if it is like a counter, where it's just you're going to get out wide, you're going to get ahead of steam, you just got to run through somebody's face.
Yeah.
And go behind him.
Right.
It's so crazy, man. And I don't understand. We don't have to do no straight just redo the offense. Just you got to do
These
more
are plays
movement.
that everybody knows.
What everybody do, beat us with. Try that. You know what I'm saying? Please try something else. But that zone is killing us right now.
Yeah, and the last time the zone worked was when Jay Daniels was your quarterback.
Yes.
That's why you run zone.
When there was the threat.
But I say it all the time. When we got Jaden Davis offense, he pulling it.
Right.
They gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Hey, you see I'm doing it. Hey, you gonna take this back or you gonna take me?
Right.
And that's the main thing. That opens up the offense so much. Because for one, we don't run it outside. I don't see no outside
all
run
between tackles.
at all.
Right.
So the outside run could be the quarterback because he's keeping it when you're faking it to the running back. But we are not doing that. You got to pressure every part of the field. And all we doing is just handing that ball inside and having a scrum. That is not doing nothing.
Right.
Horrendous.
And don't forget, we are live right now from Pizza Byron's here in Baton Rouge. And we're going to see if anybody's got any questions or thoughts here in the crowd. Our guy David Richardson is here with us. He's going to come on over, hop on the microphone, give some thoughts, some takeaways, maybe even some questions from everybody in the building. David, go ahead and hop on the mic right there. Introduce yourself. Let them know your company, obviously, and then get those thoughts in.
How you guys doing? This is David Richardson. I'm a big Tiger fan. I'm very optimistic for our future for LSU football.
Right.
Again, we only have one loss, but a lot of the other teams in the SEC have one loss. So we have to beat Vanderbilt next week.
Yeah.
And here we go. Texas A&M is coming to our house undefeated. So that's going to be the game of the year right there.
What was your biggest takeaway last night watching that football game?
So overall, I think we played well. Unfortunately, we had a fumble at the goal line. We had a pick at the interception, but we were the better team. I was very impressed with Leonard Sellers running the ball as a quarterback. Our defense played well.
Oh, yeah. Right.
We didn't break, but at the end of the day, I'm proud they played well.
Yeah. And when you're looking ahead, and Rondell, you can hop in if you'd like, looking ahead at the schedule that's ahead, David, where it's, like you said, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. Last night's win, as much as maybe it wasn't as pretty as you'd like, it was a huge victory to get the win, especially when some other games around the country are dropped, and you've got to find your wins because you only have one loss left, right?
Right. So, hey, this is 2025. NIL's different. Things have changed since Rondell's played.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like Rondell came to LSU to play football because you bleed purple and gold.
No doubt.
And now it's a
ball game.
It's a career change. It's a meaningful for the family. But here we are. Rondell, you played today for LSU regardless because you're the purple and gold guy.
Yes.
So we just have to win out, and I feel like every game is a dogfight in the SEC. We won last night.
That's the conference.
We should have scored more points, but
no doubt.
It's a learning curve from this is game 6, and we got another 6 left. So let's just run the table and let's go.
Yeah, that's it. We got the opportunity to do it.
And Rondell, I'll ask you just your thoughts on, kind of like David was saying, the new era of college football. Like when you look at it as somebody that obviously was a part of college football and didn't play in this sort of NIL transfer portal, it was you're committing to a coach, a university, something that means something to you, not really a dollar amount. What are your feelings about the way that the sport has kind of changed?
It changed because, like you said, the kids not picking schools because they love it, man. Who got the deepest pockets, and that's where they're going. So that's the hard thing that you got to deal with. But you got to understand, man, the money's out there, bro. They just got to take advantage. And like I said, if I was in the situation, I'd take advantage of it too. But my heart was here, and my reason to go on LSU, 'cause my mom was 30 minutes away. She'd come see me play, and that's the reason why I came to LSU, and I love LSU and all the guys that I played with. So.
Yeah. David, you want to open it up over there?
Yeah, hey, the Tigers on a good playoff path ahead.
The hunt.
Because we're in the hunt. This is new for college sports. We're excited to get in the top. Is it 12 now?
At 12.
So the 12. My dream of all time is to play Notre Dame in Tiger Stadium. And this guy right here, Lou DeFeo, I'm gonna pass it off to him because he's a big Irish fan. But we all want some different blood out there to win. The SEC is the #1 conference in the country. But Lou's got a few words on the rest. Here you go.
I thought you would hit me with a question. I thought that's what I was.
No,
I can. Go ahead. Let's do that.
When you look at the current standing of college football overall, where there's teams, it's almost an upset each weekend. What have you seen kind of in the landscape? Obviously the NIL, those things that have set some of those other teams apart, but really have created the parity that we've talked about so much.
Well, let's think about this. Penn State and Texas were ranked in the top 5 to start the year.
I think 1 and 2.
I think you're right. Both of them were out of the top 25 this week.
Right.
And one of their coaches just got $43 million to not come back to practice anymore.
Right.
So, I just think there's so many players out there.
Yeah.
And I don't always think, look at last year's championship game. Ohio State plays Notre Dame. What seeds were they? They were the 7 and the 8.
Yeah.
They both had to play the first week. So it's all about getting your guys to buy in, getting them to play hard, getting 7 to run behind the tackle hard as he can, because Mama's in the stands, baby.
Yeah.
I just think the NIL has changed the landscape.
Definitely.
But at the same time, the really good coaches. I saw a thing today. Indiana has the 73rd ranked roster in America, and I don't put a whole lot of stock in that 5-star, 4-star, whatever.
Right.
There's Cam Scadaboo ran all over, and he was a no-star.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to how motivated are they, how well are they coached, how much better do they get. As I'm a former college basketball coach,
right,
and I always said freshman years are tough.
Oh yeah.
When they come to college, it's a big difference. Everybody's bigger, stronger, faster, and you don't get coached as much as everybody else. But the biggest jump is from your freshman to sophomore year, because most guys after their freshman year say, "I'm not going through this again."
Yeah.
And they get in the weight room.
Right.
And they run.
Make a
and
change.
They know what's expected.
Yeah.
So I think some of these middle schools, 28, 30. They're also receiving votes.
Right.
Memphis and South Florida play each other this week. They're both ranked.
Yeah.
Some of those schools that have 4-year guys, when they have seniors, when they have quarterbacks that are seniors,
makes a difference.
They can really make a run.
And I'll ask you about LSU specifically. This roster, especially on the defense, was built through the transfer portal. I mean, they went out, they spent $18 million to get these guys in. Does that add more pressure on the team when you go out and you get upperclassmen, older guys, because then they'll all be in the draft and you got to reset again the next season?
I think you're right about that, but before I get to that, I want to speak on one thing that you guys talked about earlier. I think it adds to the disjointedness that you see with LSU right now.
Yeah.
Because you have so many new guys, and you bring these new guys in, and Halsey fits in the defense really easy.
Right.
But the offense, right now, they look disjointed. And in my opinion, they need to play faster. I think Nuss likes playing faster.
Some tempo.
The best pitchers in the world, John Smoltz, some of those guys, they change speeds. Go out there with 3 calls and run at them, get after them, run it through the tackles, have a play action, and then you can slow it down.
But the thing I have about that, if you speed up and you're still doing the wrong thing, it don't matter if you're going fast or slow. They still ain't blocking. I don't care if you run fast or slow. The run blocking is horrible.
I totally agree.
If you rush and do that, it's going to be the worst.
7, I agree with you. But I think if they added some tempo, those guys would get moving a little bit.
Yeah.
I think right now, and we're allowing substitutions on every play.
On defense,
We're allowing them to get set, and they know what's coming. I mean, we got 5 weeks of tape.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's coming.
Oh, no doubt.
And you got the 3 biggest games coming up. So I hope.
Right.
I hope there's some change of speeds coming.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, LSU has a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You watch Parker on that shallow cross
Man.
yesterday.
Yeah.
That puts a lot of pressure
Man,
on
that
the
boy
defense.
can play, man.
And you got Trey Green, who they finally, I don't know if
Can't stop that.
they
No,
walked
man.
in the locker
Throw it to my boy. Throw it to my boy.
They
6'7".
walked in the locker room and they said, "Hey, we got a guy 6'7", 240 who's
Right.
pretty elusive. Maybe we should throw it to him."
Yeah.
It
So-
worked out pretty well.
I just think, I think the pieces are going to come together. The defense looks fantastic.
Yeah.
They play hard and they're in the right spots. I was telling them earlier, I watched one play where Lenore Sellers ran RPO, and he faked the handoff and he ran right. And
Yeah.
Weeks is standing there, and 40. Who's the other one?
West.
40 and 33. West
Or 44, Pyburn.
Clyburn.
Yep.
Clyburn's standing there waiting on him.
Yeah. You got to wait.
Who's the other white?
I think he meant Witt. So I just think they're playing the right way. They're not getting up the field trying to make big plays. The
Right.
defense, but they're playing hard. And if the offense figures it out,
Right.
and you watch BK in his interviews. Well, we got to take snaps. We got to block the man in front of us.
Right.
They've had a lot of practice.
Right.
But that's where it gets fixed.
Right.
Watching film, practice, and making the decision that I'm going to do my assignment.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my job.
talking about practice.
And there's a question in the chat, and it's open for each of you, as from your perspective, yours as well. Kimberly asked, do we think that NIL and the transfer portal will impact quality of play over time, particularly since the freshmen may not really be getting developed with one team because there's so many transfers available, or the opportunity for them to go and leave and go somewhere else? Will that affect the quality of play in teams over time?
It has to be, man, because like I say, the freshmen that you recruit don't get a chance because, like I say, we got a guy from my high school, I can't think his name right now. He's a defensive end, and you done brought 4 defensive ends.
Oh, Kalash Cobbins.
Cobbins, yes. And he had no chance to play, so
Right.
he come back next year. He not developed because he didn't play. The only time you get better, you got to play. You got to get on the field. So he ain't getting no game experience, so you're going to come back next year, and they're going to probably bring 4 more DBNs in there. So he's going to be behind again. Hopefully, he show him something in practice, he get an opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's hard, especially quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
They don't want no freshman quarterbacks.
Right.
They want somebody experienced and ready to go right now.
I'll be
You
quick on this
redshirted.
one.
Yes, I reassured it.
They don't happen anymore.
No.
I'll be quick on this.
Yeah.
I heard a coach 6 months ago say we don't even recruit many freshmen anymore.
Right, right.
I mean, that's
Not
what's
recruiting high
happening in
school.
this world.
Right.
And here's what happens. All those freshmen go somewhere where they can play.
Right.
They go to Kennesaw State.
Right.
They go to lower level
Right.
schools. They play like a stud. They get coached every day, and then they transfer up.
Right back
Right.
up again.
And
Yes.
you'll see it.
So other people are
Yeah,
coaching
they get
those
paid.
kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I think you see it in football a bit. I think college basketball, you see it all the time, where you have those guys that are at the smaller schools and get the nod up. When you look at what LSU has in front of them right now, where, like you said, a huge stretch of 3 games at Vandy, home against A&M, bye week, and then at Bama, what do they need to adjust and get right to be able to go through this stretch unscathed and find their way into the playoffs?
I mean, the defense has to get after Diego Pavia. He's
Yep.
the key to Vanderbilt. And honestly, like Nick Saban said, Vanderbilt used to be a place it was easy to walk into.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not anymore.
Yes.
And you got a pretty confident coach and a pretty confident team
Definitely.
over
No
there.
doubt.
The defense has to get after them, and the offense has to put drives together.
Yeah.
And they have to put pressure on the defense with a couple big plays here and there, but they can't make mistakes.
Right.
Mistakes in the SEC. You played an average South Carolina. No
I
offense.
agree.
Right.
You
I
played
agree.
An average South Carolina
Inconsistent.
Who
I'm with
plays
you.
really hard, who's well coached, who has a really talented quarterback. But they're not top
No,
level
right,
SEC.
right.
Now you're getting there this week, because here's what happens: you go and you beat Vandy. You come back for Texas A&M, and it's college game day.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game. And I'll ask you, because we talked about it earlier, the issues that I saw last night, they've been given the label fixable. And the fan base is kind of split on that, where it's either you're confident because you know those are fixable, or you're looking at it negatively because it's,
Well, haven't they been
do
fixed
we have
yet?
the ability to fix that? Why has it not been solved up to this point?
Well, fixable. I heard a coach say, somebody from an opponent said, "This is our Super Bowl,"
Right.
And he said, "Our Super Bowl started week 1." You know when LSU's Super Bowl should have started? The day these kids got on campus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when you start fixing these things.
Yeah.
That's when you don't have problems because you've coached them so well in
Right.
practice. Talking about practice.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think it is fixable because the talent's there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, dropping passes, missing blocks,
Right.
throwing passes in the red zone that maybe we should eat.
Yeah.
That comes with film.
Yeah.
It comes with, you know, one-on-one and group sessions where we get together and we say, hey, this is where we're a little bit off. Let's fix these things. And then it comes into those guys saying, you know what, let's go.
Yeah.
And the buy-in has to be there.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
And I'll ask everybody kind of go around the game last night, a letter grade. A+, A, B, C, D, F. When you looked at that football game for LSU with what was kind of assigned going into it, there's so much pressure put on that game. Whether it's you got to get the quarterback right and healthy, you've got to get the run game fixed, the offensive line's got to be fixed, the disjointedness between play caller and quarterback and head. There were so many things riding on this game, and you wanted to prove something right. With that being assigned and what you saw, how would you grade that game?
I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna give him a C, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a C because it's improvement. The long run I would have gave the defense a higher grade, but that long run killed me.
Yeah.
We did that all year in that long run, so I'm gonna give him a C.
So I'm gonna give him a B.
Okay.
B minus. It's okay. It's still passing grade.
You could do better.
So you're saying there's a chance. So at the end of the day, we beat a good quality SEC team.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not Alabama.
Well,
Florida, we beat them.
Right.
But hey, it was a good day. We should have scored 14 more points.
I agree.
We had a couple turnovers.
Yes.
So we haven't peaked yet, but give us some time. We're going to peak towards the end of the year.
There you go.
I hope, man.
I'm going to give them 2 grades.
Okay.
Just because if you blocked out the uniforms and you showed their offense and their defense to somebody, you would say that's 2 different teams.
Of course.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
LSU had 5 sacks yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, that,
Could have had 10.
five sacks from a team that threw the ball 33 times.
Right.
And had Lenore Sellers running all over the place sometimes. So I'm gonna give the defense an A minus.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
Oh,
the
you
defense.
grade high.
They gave up 10 points. They only gave up 1 big play.
Right,
Take
right.
that. You take the big play away. They gave up 3 points.
Kind of easy, by the way.
Oh yeah. Hey, take my class.
I'm waiting on this
Take
one.
my class, Seven.
I gotta see what his offense getting done.
Now,
I'm waiting on this one.
now the offense. Think
Might have to go to
think,
summer
think
school.
about this. The last 3 weeks, at home scored 20 against Florida. On the road scored 19 against Ole Miss. At home scored 20 against South Carolina.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. In 2 of those games, in this game they had 5 sacks. In the game against Florida, they had 5 interceptions.
Right.
And they scored 20.
Yeah.
You got to turn some of that into
I'm with you.
points. You went in the red zone 5 times, had 2 interceptions and 13 points.
Yeah.
So I have to give.
2 receptions and
I
a
have to
fumble.
get.
Yeah.
I have to give the offense a C minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
No, I think, Lloyd, you can go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like C minus. It makes sense to me because of the amount of yards you're able to rack up when you had over 400 yards of total offense for the first time since Southeastern.
Yeah.
You were able to actually move the football. It was just the decision making that kind of left you something to be desired. Whether it's
Right.
a fumble in the red zone, it's trying to score on a tush push with a quarterback that has a bum ankle from
Right.
everything they said on the broadcast.
Right.
To an RPO where Nuss gets a little greedy and tries to throw it over the middle, and it gets picked off. Like those types. You did everything right until it was time to like propose.
Right.
And then he botched it. You forgot the ring.
Look at my man Lloyd. I mean, we're throwing interceptions. We're making tush pushes, but our
Right.
quarterback has got a bum ankle. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. The offense I would give a C minus as well
Okay.
because I think that they did take steps in the right direction. I think a lot of times up to this point in the season, it's probably closer to a D minus in some of these games that we've seen. And I saw them take steps. They put drives together. That was my big assignment on Wednesday. I talked about it ad nauseum where you have to put drives together. Because against Ole Miss, you get a turnover, you get the ball back, a 3-and-out, whatever. The offense goes back out there for a minute, and the defense didn't even take their helmets off. They're back on the field.
And you got to finish with 7.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's where there's the room to grow, where if Juwan is over the line or he doesn't fumble the football, that's another 7 points. Chris catches that that go route, that's another 7 points. And then the Nussmeier RPO interception. I mean, when you're the quarterback, the RPO, he's watching that safety that picked it off.
Yeah,
the safety's either got to drop or stay.
You can't coach that no better, bro. He comes up, you know what I'm saying?
And they literally said that on TV.
Yeah.
They said he looked at the linebacker instead of the safety,
Right.
who read him the whole way.
Yes.
And Coach Kelly, they was actually in the game. They asked him, and he told him like, bro, the safety was bad.
Yeah, he was like, that can't happen.
Yeah, you can't throw it.
Right.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, speaking of can't throw it, BK stopped the headset toss.
Yep.
He went for it. He goes, I can't throw it.
But
Practice what I preach.
But then defense, I think not only they performed extremely well. You gave A-. I would go A because I thought they were put in like disadvantaged situations consistently. Like as much as they gave up that one run, that was the only play.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, Lenora Sellers had 128 yards passing.
Right.
And he was scrambling for his life.
Well, just like that, they were on the field a bunch. I think South Carolina led in play time of possession, and on top of that, there were times that they were in like plus territory offensively, and LSU shut them down, either held them to 3 or got off the football field. I thought the defense gets that high of a grade because they won you that football.
Oh, no
game.
doubt. Yeah.
I got a great prediction for y'all, and
hear it.
I'll take a question for you. I want your prediction next week, but here's my prediction: LSU opens it up. They play with a little tempo at times against Vanderbilt.
All right.
They score the most points against an SEC team that they've scored this year, which only needs to be 21, I think.
Right? Yeah.
But
right.
they win at Vanderbilt, and the offense looks so good that BK gets some questions afterwards. Man, you guys have gone to work this week, and he says, we were saving some things.
Oh, God.
That's my prediction, Lloyd.
Good.
Y'all two are on the same wavelength over there. Lloyd spends a lot of our shows putting words in Brian Kelly, like assuming what Brian Kelly's going to say.
Pretty good at it.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Trust me, I dealt with him in Notre Dame for a long time.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, I would love for LSU to go out on Saturday against Vanderbilt and be able to fix some of those fixable problems. Because, like I said, I thought the offense took the strides. And if this week they can lock in and solve some of those mistakes, then it is 27, 28, 31 points rather than 20.
And here's the thing: when you get a 3 and out and you get a punt and you've got plus field or you get a turnover, let's attack. Let's go down the field.
You have to.
I mean,
Sellers fumbled the football on the snap right there in the red zone, and you left that drive with 3 points. And so I'm with you. I think if they can get those things straightened out this week, it's right there for it to be on the right side. And I think the defense is going to have a game plan. I will never not trust Blake Baker and that group to go out there and put it together. So I like that prediction, and I'm excited to watch them play football on Sunday. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Ron, for getting here.
Hey,
and
no problem, man.
for spending some time with us.
Oh, yeah.
David, thank you as always. And shout out to Pizza Byron's once again having us every Sunday from 4 to 5. We are live here to recap the football game that went on Saturday night.
let's give that square pizza a grade. I'm A+ on the square.
There you go. I'm with you.
Square man as well.
Chicken Wings got the A+ as well last week. But don't forget to check us out tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. here on Tingle Co. And then next week at Golf Suites in Baton Rouge, we'll be live for the entirety of the LSU Vanderbilt football game. So feel free to stop by, drop in. Once again, Rondell, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you big time.
No problem, man. Had a great time, Joe.
Yep. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Hopefully get something from them guys.